I'm going to simplify this expression using the order of operations, PEMDAS. So the first order of operations is parentheses. Now, I need to point out that the parentheses that I just underlined are not the parentheses that this is referring to. The parentheses are 6 minus 4. It's what's happening inside of parentheses. So your first order of operations is what's happening inside parentheses. The only thing occurring inside of any of the parentheses here is 6 minus 4, which is 2. I would recommend doing this one step at a time, writing all of your steps out so that you don't make any small mistakes. Now that you have completed parentheses, there's nothing else occurring inside of any parentheses. We're moving on to exponents. I've got 2 exponents here, and you need to make sure that you are only applying the exponent to whatever is inside of the parentheses. With the first term, I have a negative in front of the parentheses 4 squared. Do not distribute the negative inside of the parentheses. Distribution, remember, is multiplication, which comes after exponents in the order of operations. So I am not even dealing with that negative sign in front of the 4 squared yet. That's just going to come down with me into the next step. So I'm just doing 4 squared, which is 16. And I'm just bringing the negative down with it. I also have 2 to the 3rd power. Again, do not distribute the 2 into the parentheses. 2 times 2 is obviously multiplication. Do not do anything with the 2 in front of the 2 to the 3rd power. 2 to the 3rd power is 8. There's still a 2 being multiplied in front. So all I've done is applied those exponents. I did not touch whatever was in front of the parentheses where the exponent was being applied. Now that I'm done with parentheses, as in whatever's happening inside of the parentheses, and I'm done with the exponents, I can move on to multiplication. Now you need to remember, multiplication can be represented by 2 numbers being next to each other with parentheses, but that doesn't mean you do that first because, like I explained earlier, that would be multiplication. It would not be the parentheses at the beginning of the order. So in this step, now that I've moved on to multiplication, I can do 2 times 8, which is positive 16. Now I can move on to division. Negative 48 divided by 4 is negative 12. The negative in front of the 48 goes with it. So this becomes negative 12. And this one ended up being pretty nice because negative 16 plus 16 is just 0. So when you subtract 12, you end up with negative 12 as your final answer.